guys, Javier from That Racing Channel, out here at TX2K22 at Houston Raceway Park. We're getting ready to do some drag racing. It's gonna be epic. Miles, my man.
Hey.
So you made it into the finals, man. What went down? What went down?
Amazingly somehow made it into the final. I heard this car had ran 820s in qualifying, and I just watched it run at 850, and I'm like, all right, well, this should be like a good race. Jay from Real Street's like, hey, it's gonna be a good race. I'm like, all right, let's go. And I think something happened. Took a long time to stage in. I don't know. He said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. He said this button wouldn't work. He couldn't bump in. I hit second. He treed me. I hit second. I hit third. I pulled ahead of him. I hit fourth. I'm going for fifth, and it just goes. And we've had this turbo in here for years, and it got a little colder. We're sending it as hard as we can to try and make sure one. Got a little squirrely, and then turbo goes, and I think he just barely passed me. And I was like, oh! And then, so here we are. We're here with an Evo that like never makes it to any kind of final, and we made it. And not only that, it's a 4B11. And people say these things suck. Well, I'll tell you what, they are not that bad.
So honestly, to get second place in a stick shift class in any TX2K,
any stick shift class.
I mean, any stick shift class with an Evo, with a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, and an all-wheel drive car. Yeah, you don't just dump the clutch.
You had one heck of a tall order with that class lineup, man. Yeah. And super props.
Thank you. I mean, this class has got Granis, it's got Speed Factory in it, it's got guys that have ran bottom 7s and 6s, but as they've always said, like, it is stick shift class racing. It's anything can happen, because it's like, these aren't just autos where you put on trans brake, you bump in and you're good to go. You got clutches you got to deal with. You got to maintain them and whatever. You got to do a lot of stuff. So here we are. I mean, I wouldn't be racing this car if it wasn't for everyone at the shop who works on it. I'm just the one who gets in it and drives it, right? But I do work on it occasionally too with them if we're at the track or whatever. But you know, I can't. Everyone at the shop is really behind this car more than me, like 100%. So we just did a bunch of alignment changes that actually made the car go straighter than it's ever gone. So I'm happy about that. We cut a bunch of 1/360 foot. So like I said, doing better than we've always been.
Brother, congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
So good seeing you, man. And
awesome.
Can't wait to see what's next with the car.
Me too. Thank you. Hey guys, my name is Miles from English Racing here, shop manager, and I am the driver of the ETS English Racing Drag Evo 10. I started driving that car back in 2018. Owner of ETS back in 2009, 2010, I can't remember exactly when. Bought that car brand new, off the showroom floor. It's the very first and only car he has ever purchased brand new, and he went down the process of drag racing it, trying to get it into the 9s, so their ETS turbo kit on it, ETS intercooler piping. I mean, everything you can do to get a car that's brand new into the 9s. And I believe they ended up running a 9.9 in the car at 142 back in 2012 or 13. I can't remember when, so don't quote me on that one. After that, we helped them with some of the tuning on it, and then we started going down the path. We'd always done Evos and 4G63s, 4G63 Evos and DSMs before. So we went down the path of, hey, you know, we'd like to campaign this car, drag race it, and go down that route. And ETS is like, here, take this car, and you guys can do whatever you need to do to it. Went down the process of doing everything we could to it at the time, building the motors, learning the motors. It was a very steep learning curve with this engine because it was a brand new platform. It's not like the DSM of 1990 that has a very similar 4G63 to a 2003 Evo. It didn't have that. We started with a 4B11, which was a very new up-and-coming motor that we really had to learn. So Lucas at the time was the driver of it. We got weight out of the car, and we did one of our race motors in it, aluminum rod, GSC valve train. GFC's been a main title sponsor on that car since pretty much day one also. It's got all GSC valves, valve train, valve springs, S3 cams. We do the hand porting in-house. Our machine shop does the porting. We assemble the engine. GRP, aluminum rods, custom Wisco pistons, and a custom crank that we do, and a custom rod bearing that we do. Slightly bigger rod bearing and slightly bigger journal. We have some custom oil pan mods also. This motor still has water through the head and the block. It's not a solid deck block. That is kind of an impressive thing because most 4G63s, you have to go solid at some point to be able to get them to make that power. You can purchase this motor from us, put it in your car, and it's proven to hold to be a 7-second car. As of right now, I mean, we've ran as best of a 793 at 185. Gen 2 7685 on that. It runs roughly 70 pounds of boost. The best trap on that boost level has been 188. It's about 2,600 pounds. 5-speed, draft 5-speed, short ratio. So I'm actually shifting 4-5 in the quarter, right about at the 8th mile, ending in 5th gear. So it helps us launch the car a little. It's a lot easier to launch. We used to have a very tall first gear, and it was just a nightmare to launch the car. Now we don't have that, so it's been pretty good. FIC 2150cc injectors, mechanical fuel pump, Motec M150 with a John Reed Racing package in it, custom clutch we had RPS Carbon do for us. It's under an Exity pressure plate, but it is a true carbon clutch. We've been testing it for about a year and a half now, so we're pretty happy with how it's been doing so far. Factory transfer case with a couple of mods. We used to break the driveline, or we used to break the yoke off of it initially, and we had a custom, Liberty do a custom one for us, and that's so far been holding low 360 foots, and it has drive shaft shop, 2-piece carbon driveline, factory front axles, 3000 GT rear end, and custom drive shaft shop axles to fit that.